Good morning and happy Wednesday. I'm back again, trying to keep as consistent as possible here. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful week. We are, a day away from October, and I don't know about you guys. Hopefully you guys are feeling a little fall-ish. I'm in mid-California, and yeah, no, we're 95 to 100 degrees. Can't win. That's alright. So, I wanted to get back to you and let you know how we were doing. I definitely got to create some stuff. I'm trying to figure out if this is straight on or off the camera. It's so funny. I'm trying to use this as a guy line, and it's like, maybe my candy corn in the corner. You know, it's a little good. Okay, good enough, I think. I'll try to keep it in here. So, AJeweldDesign, graphic designs, junk journaling, all here. So today, a little bit of journal with me. I'm going to show you the ending product of what we worked on last week, what I wanted to work on, what we did or didn't do. I went ahead and attempted to do a fabric tissue cover for the journal, and that didn't work. I had a lot of problems. I couldn't get the fabric to stick to the tissue. I guess I didn't soak it enough. I may have got too much water in my mixture. Oh my gosh, I had a lot of fun doing it, and there's a lot of pieces to it, so you can sort of put it back together here. I trimmed things up so it's not perfect anymore, but here was the idea. If it was all cut together and put together, I had this perfect cover, and I loved it. I love the colors of it. You can see I pulled it apart. I'm still in love with it. But it didn't fit the porch print harvest feel of that. So I did cut it up like I said I was going to. So I've got some like 5x5s. Is this 5x5? Let's see. Yeah, it's a 5. Yeah, that's a 5x5. So I'll like a little 4x5. There's little pieces here that I'm going to continue to play with, reinforce. Might put paper on the back, might cardstock them, but they're all just going to be something decorative in the first autumn kit that I did that has my fall autumn gathering journal kit turned into a 3 signature quilted cover and all that good stuff. So it was fun. It was great practice. There is a lot of tissue here. It just didn't stick to the cover or to the fabric, and it didn't fit the feel of the journal I was working on like I was hoping. So these are going to be fun. I can't wait to insert them, of course, though. This is my fall notebook, bookmark for the season. I have a brand new 600-page book to work on, and so I figured this would be fun as I use this. It will get more and more ratty. And I actually glued it to one of my favorite recipes for this time of year to make sure that it doesn't fall apart anymore. So I'm stoked about that, and then I even have a spot in the journal to place it in when I'm done with the book and the fall season is done. I'll have my favorite bookmark hopefully still intact and put back in the book. So that is the goal there, is to get all these guys reinforced and have them inserted into areas of the other journal. So that's a blast. But hey, first attempt, got something done. So with the journal with me today, I was going to pretty much walk through my my first journal using someone else's kit, which is fine because it gives me a change of pace. It gives me something else to look at, how to work it, what kind of things I can do, and it's fun when you see something that isn't yours but you absolutely love, and you know I could never redo that or recreate that. So why not enjoy the beauty of it? Why not enjoy that creative moment and make something from it? So I took My Porch Prints, her newest pumpkin fall harvest kit, and it's very elegant. It's very sort of taupey and grays, a little bit of pinks, pretty. It's not like orange. It's like peaches and yellows and whites and great colors and very muted. I don't feel like it's a very bright, vibrant harvest. It's very sweet, and I am loving it. So I had a lot of fun. Now, I still did a tissue cover. I just went about it a whole different way. I took a thin piece of cardboard that came in one of my other packets when I ordered something that we didn't want bent. I covered it in Mod Podge and green napkin. And then after cutting all the pieces to this kit, all the hardware, because you print both sides, I had all these strips of paper. Oh my God, all the strips of paper that were the backside to everything, and it was still a lot of paper. So I went and sort of Art Deco-y quilted, stripped it, but it seemed a little harsh still on the green. Like you have this paper on top of green tissue. So it still feels very yummy though. And it wasn't enough, so I just found another tissue and I put that over, which cool thing is because it had a white background. It sort of blended, softened, gave another color, and then I collaged, of course, paper and glitter and golds and one of the cards from the kit, words from my kit, you know, fall leaves from Dollar Tree. Like, I just had a blast and just sort of made this very pretty, lightweight, just cover, or not lightweight, but just sort of light 3D cover. And in the back, you can see the strips of the lines a little bit more of all the different papers. So I pretty much went from one end to the other, and each piece of strip had to touch one side or the other. And then you folded it down the middle, and I just sewed it in with 3 points, like most of us do with our signatures. And just put a little something on the back. So, you know, it wasn't what I was expecting, but it was it became a lot of fun trying to figure out what does and doesn't work. And Mod Podging, of course, cardstock doesn't go very far, but the tissue over it was a godsend. It sort of softened it up, blended it up, glued it on, made for a great thing. So, okay, we're gonna go through this and make sure we're still recording because I don't like when that happens. Okay, so I'm gonna flip through it. I pretty much took everything Porch Print had. I think only one envelope I did not use, scraps, and a little bit of a ruler washi is the only thing I didn't use. I used everything else, duplicated a couple things, and the only thing I added in here was vellum color papers, doily, and a couple pages of my collage set, because they were the perfect colors. They were the gorgeous colors, just to give something different to this. So, but for the most part, it's 95% My Porch Prints, her newest Fall Harvest Pumpkin kit. So, it's worth looking at. Her Halloween one is very similar, and it's gorgeous. So, if you're still waiting, or you need that last punch of Halloween or autumn, take a look at my Etsy shop at AJeweldDesign for a brighter, oranger, redder group. And if you want something a little more elegant like this, go look at My Porch Prints. So when I was using the strips, I got a little Art Deco-y with some of it that was left over, and I couldn't figure out whether to put on the cover or not, and it didn't want to work that way. So instead, the inside I found a rose print again, and I tissued the inside of the cover and turned these pieces of strips that into tucks. I figured, why not? So there's one for postcards, used one for tabs, so it was something that stuck out. And most of these are just her pages with her papers printed on the backside. She has an envelope. This looks like a great, almost secondary. Oh, that should have been a first cover. Oh well. Secondary title cover. Took her corners, took her cards. Now everything I printed something on the back, so it's really much more of a art journal than a journal. It's not something you would write in. There are a few pages in here to write some notes, maybe something personal, something very, I don't know, artsy fartsy in here maybe. But it wasn't because I didn't decide quick enough what to put on the back. A lot of these I used all her papers to put on the back. I did not print enough of plainness or base pieces on the back of these. I don't have coffee papers, so I did not think to do that. But this is my collage pages. My basic collage background pages that were in a similar color scheme, similar tones, and I felt that would work great. So I took, made pins out of her flags. Excess scraps again became tucks for postcards. I just love the colors. I think it's just the gorgeous, or the shabbiness, the pretty pastel. But I try to use everything she had, especially if I printed things on the back, to utilize it in some way. So I try to make as many tucks as I could. I mean, it doesn't mean at any point you can't put coffee paper like around it or on it to make it a journal card. If I wanted to sell this, someone could make it more of a journal book if they wanted to. But I took it more for the fall beauty of it, more for the fall art of it, and just made it something pretty. I have my journal to write in that I made. So this one I felt I could just have a pretty artsy, and I adore her calendar, floral over calendar prints. She did a floral over paper. Ugh, she definitely gave me some ideas to vary off in a different direction. So there's my shiny floral. There's more pages. I took some envelopes that I got, made them pretty. Tried to decorate up some of her cards so they weren't too flat. But a lot of things I just left because they were pretty and they were old and had her flowers and her leaves overpacked in it. So I just left it to make it a really quick. That's something I made with her pieces. I had leftover paper that had gone astray. My print job had gone astray. So, you know, folded, tucked it, glued it down. One of my T-spotted paper towels, used her ruler to make it a you know, sort of a tuck. Again, put more of her stuff in there. Now this is the fun part. Here's one of my fun pages. This is called, I made this, Shabby Dabby Doodah was showing, I think I said that right. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she was showing how to fold and make little pockets and stuff so that you could have quick things to do. And I did change hers up a little bit to give me extra pockets. But the whole goal was to tie something down, glue it in, and I made this my tag pocket ephemera holder. Tag ephemera holder. So I just took a bunch of almost all the tags that were in the kit. That's so pretty. Put either ribbon or lace on the top of it. But I folded it up to create this extra pocket. You glued it down, and of course that gave 2 more pockets on the inside instead of just open journal space. Since I didn't print these with journal space, I folded up the bottom because it was too tall and made them into extra pockets, right? Can't go wrong with that. So little embellishments, little bits of, you know, lace, using her tag, her tickets where it mattered. I guess I gotta look into that type of tag. I make my own little stamps, but I haven't done tickets yet. I haven't worked on that design yet. I'll have to debate on that. I think I'm working on seed packets and stuff like that on my next one, which the botanical garden is on its way. I am actually going to work really hard on getting that revamped, and I think I have a direction I want for that, so I'm totally stoked that probably by next Wednesday I will be showing you a reveal of the newest thing in my Etsy shop, because I know it's been like 2 weeks since anything new, but I put a lot out really fast. So one of my pages, that's back of hers, put a little doily in there, guess another piece that was just the back of, I think, one of the envelope cutouts, and they were so cute, and they made perfect tucks. So here's another one. The page was fine, but I felt I needed some variations, so I actually folded it, laced it, put a foil piece of fabric on it, put one of my butterflies on there, because there really was no animals, but I didn't want to go too crazy. Use the other part of that. Now, I taped this in because it kept moving, but it's another journal card. Folded another piece of paper that I got astray, and got myself a double pocket. In that pocket, of course, I did the card, the lace again, but created another pocket, you know, to put one of her pieces in. I know it's always about pockets and hide holes. I'm not great at all of that yet, but I thought this was really pretty for something different. Instead of just page after page, it's half revealed what the new thing was. So we're getting to the other side where I have another pocket. I filled up almost every single thing in here except for these little guys. I put all the little stuff in something, so I didn't have leftovers. I did try for one of my flip out. It had a little glitching problems here and there. This is the other end. But there is some writing space now, at least. When you open it, it's sort of pretty as an extension to that one. And it has one of her envelopes. And then I took some of her cards and made it into a mini book. Oh my gosh, right? Why not have a book inside a book? And everything is printed in some fashion, but I adore her ideas with her words and what she does. And so I just added another layer, some stamps, put a little tag on it so you could find the middle real quick. You know, just a little distressing, little rounds, but these cards were half up, and they just looked like book covers, and they looked like book pages, and they looked like they should be in a mini book. So I took the mini book, and I absolutely love this envelope, and I didn't want to glue it in any way, so I can always take this out and use it later if I really want to for something else, put the book in another way. But yeah, a few glitches. Like I said, had a slightly difficult time with keeping this flip from not bending weird in here. So it's just sort of learning process, right? Took the other half, put another paper clip in here. These were 2 file folders. They go in her ephemera boxes, which are great, but once they were empty, I thought, well, I'll put them here. So next fall, when I work on something, I take out my file folders, put them in my ephemera box, and put all my fall stuff in there. Because that's what I did. I filled it with all her stuff, and then as I was going through, just pulled it out. More vellum. I love the shiny stuff. This was one of her trademarked pocket layered thingies. I don't know, there's a better word for it, but it's cute. All 4 of these are super cute on their own. I should probably make another copy just for the graphics, but it is a multi-pocketed. What is this? Oh my gosh, I guess I should look it up. Oh, I don't remember. But anyway, more pockets, more things. And I should have, or did I? Oh, I did. I left that one open. So, like I said, just a few spots that didn't have anything in it because I really used everything. Everything was pretty big also, I noticed, so I didn't know if I wanted to trim it down too much to make it. Now, these were more envelopes, it looked like, and I actually turned them into little flip-down journal spots that are just attached by paper clip, so that way you could take it off, you could journal behind it, journal more on it, move the card around. Did a little fabric I did a slow stitch, this is what they call it, but I hand stitched these shut and did a little knot and glued it down just for some decor. Why not, right? Made my own little pocket variation, right? Why not, right? At an angle, big top one, you know, the apple is sort of a cool way to do it, but just to show you what it was, and of course, since I didn't glue it down the side, it left me the ability to make another card. And isn't she just adorable? Oh my gosh. It says Rosie Apples. It even has the guy's signature on it, which is awesome. Or she. So made that on one of my background pages again. Again, I was just picking up the taupe and the grays in my first basic collage background pages, and it worked beautifully. It's just something else to put in here so we weren't too... Oh no. Oh, I got gluey. Oh, I wonder when I was finishing the cover, I wonder if it's stuck. Well, what's a little dinge, right? That's the whole fun. And then the last flip down, so you can write on these little pages. And they are front and back if you wanted to, but little notes or little thoughts, your favorite, or favorite sticker saying or something. Great way to do it. Because I didn't use the last envelope in any real way, but I did sort of notch it so I could see a little bit better. Again, I'm still not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, whether I'll keep it as an envelope, but I didn't want to lose it. So, of course, it is tucked in the back with the pairs. And look at that. You know, I have finished a second book, and I'm so proud of myself because that's 2 journals in 2 months. One I've created completely from scratch with the kit that I've created and all its aspects and try to gather. The other one, this one came a lot quicker because I had things I could just print and cut and just sort of fill it out after doing the first one, you know, and doing 3 different signatures. One single signature with all these pages seemed a lot quicker, but it's still a lot. I think when I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know if you call that, I guess it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that'd be 11, 12, 13, if it's decorated it counts, 14, 15, maybe not, I won't count that one. Let's go 16, and then I think this is center, so 17. So 34 items in here if I don't count the doily, because I didn't do anything to it. When I almost did something to everything else. It's either color or, you know, it has something on it. So 34 pages plus cover and doily. Not too shabby, right? And I think I got this done in the last week. Yeah, definitely. I started the cover, did it a second time, you know, last Wednesday and Thursday after talking to you guys, and then just went for it, you know, just printed it out and worked on it, and I'm just like, I'm really happy with it. It's really pretty. It's going to look great, I think, out in the living room. With my other one, I have a few spots where I can definitely showcase these, and there's something to look at. The girls get a kick out of looking at all the ins and outs, and it gave me ways to try new things. Stamped things, you know, I went for the slow stitch on the little fabric. I love the difference in the gold tool I found. Oh my gosh, I can't find it now, right in the middle. Where's my middle section? See, I can't even find the middle. That's so big. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, in the middle here, I love that I did the foil and the, like, sort of the fabric flip on it, but you can see through. That was sort of cool and a good thought. So, I mean, I have a lot of material left over. Who knows what else I'll create. Maybe I'll try some smaller card-like things that are more standalone. Village Paper Girl is really, Vintage Paper Girl has really inspired me with a lot of standalone stuff these days that she is about to put out on Etsy here soon. So I'm hoping maybe I can find a few things and create some more autumn stuff just because I love the colors and I love the things. And when you buy a kit, you really want to get the most out of it. So, all right, well, there's my second autumn kit using My Porch Prints newest Fall Pumpkin Harvest kit that went out a couple weeks ago. My autumn gathering kit is all said and done. We'll add those last fun tissue fabric pieces to that book. And starting tomorrow, actually probably already filmed this, so yeah, this week also I'm going to start reworking and adding some more fun layers to the botanical kit. Botanical Garden Kit has a new little twist coming up, and I think a lot of people like the darker look compared to the lighter look when I did a quick little Instagram poll. And so who knows? I've got some ideas. I have some thoughts. So hopefully by next Wednesday, I will be revealing a full Botanical Garden Kit with some cute little friends with some inspiration from My Porch Prints, some inspiration from Vintage Paper Girl, Cinnamon Tea. I mean, I have so many of you that I love and adore and watch, and I am so happy that you inspire me every day, and hope I continue to inspire you and many more as I get better and better at this, at a videotaping, I should say. So have a great Wednesday. Hopefully it's becoming a happy fall so far. Stay warm if you're cold, stay cool if you're hot, and keep creating every moment you get. See you next week.